Hello, people of the planet. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio brought to you by me. My name is Abby, and I decided to do another show. Oh my gosh, guys. Hello. If anybody feels like tuning in at all, thanks. I appreciate you joining me. So, this is gonna be quick. All right, let's just jump in. Right. There were 17 characters on today, and I counted like 6 locations. So these guys are doing pretty great as far as like social distancing, but like still like sticking to the dynamics of the show, having somewhere between like 15 to 25 people on at once, if not more. But I can't talk about any characters until we talk about these post-quarantine looks. Um, okay, so none of the women, I can't name a single female character on this show who looks strikingly different. I could say maybe one person could have gained a couple pounds, maybe. Maybe one person or two people are a couple shades darker. But the women look exactly the way we left them. Let me just say. The guys just like did their own thing as far as like not giving a shit about what their character used to look like. Every single guy has came back either thinner, tanner, or has longer hair. Every single one of them is like strikingly different. I'm not even kidding around with you. Jason, much thinner. Michael, long hair. Let's talk about Jax. What is up with that tan, Ingo? Oh my god. Like, did you spend the entire quarantine outside? He's so dark. Are we not going to talk about that? I mean, it looks great, but I think it's hilarious. We're not acknowledging just how tan Jax is. um, and then Sunny looks thinner, in my opinion. Ned looks tanner. He looks way more tan. Julian has longer hair and he looks thinner. Chase looks thinner. I think his hair looks a little longer too. You can tell he had that 5 o'clock shadow, like they just made him shave. And Julian's hair is longer. He looks thinner. Brando is strikingly thin. I keep using that adjective striking because it's just like I'm shook over here. I was just like, oh, this has struck me with how thin Brando was. He wasn't on the show for that long, but for me to notice, it was like, oh my god, what is up with that? I don't know. He looks scary thin in my opinion. Yeah, that was what I really wanted to talk about. Most importantly was that everybody has a different look as far as the men are concerned on this show. They all look different, and the women all look the exact same. I think Nina might have gone down a shade, and Olivia might have gone down a shade. But that's about it. Sam, I don't know what this overline lipstick thing is that they are doing with Sam, but I do not like. I get that she's the older sister, and she's got this like resting bitch face thing happening with her face, and so they're like overlining her lips to give her a Kylie Jenner look, but she's the older sister, so she's got to be like pissed off like Courtney or Kim. But I don't like that they are overlining her lips with a bright pink. Like they need to overline her with less of a pop and more of a bring that back down. So we aren't being like drawn to the fact that her lips look bigger. It could be a subtle thing, in my opinion. Don't like it. Yeah, that's. I had to watch it again. I would have posted this several hours ago, but I had to watch the episode again because I don't understand what the fuck was supposed to be Julian's plan in this, right? Like, I watched it again. Nell, and I think I'd have to go back and watch yesterday's episode again, which I don't think I watched the whole thing in full. So maybe somebody can clarify this for me later. But she calls him and they meet each other after he's picked this child up at the pier. They're at the pier. He's got the keys to his car and they need to transfer the kid into her car. I think she's got a car seat. And he's got the keys, but he's got a gun pointed. And the gun gets knocked out of his hand. Nell runs away. I don't think we saw her run away with the keys. However, she still managed to get the kid out of Julian's car. Julian still manages to have his own car and his car keys because he drove himself to Charlie's back home to the bar home. And she is, in fact, in her car with the kid. Now, I saw that there were some people posting on, like, a General Hospital spoilers page. Do you think the kid, like, she got away? Do you think the kid's in the back seat? And a lot of people are like, no, the kid's not in the back seat. They already debunked that because she's literally driving and at several points during her scenes is, like, looking at the child. We don't actually see this kid because it's a dummy that they shot the scene with, but there's no way that her dumbass keeps looking back at this kid and doesn't actually see that he's there. She just has an empty jacket, so that doesn't work. Nor does it make sense that, like, the cops found her car. Oh, I hate when this happens. When the cops found her car, and she had swapped with, like, some used car, they didn't see a kid there, so that doesn't make any sense. But I don't get, did she bust Julian's window? And if they did, isn't that something that Julian would have seen or recognized, or, like, maybe Sonny would have seen? It would have been mentioned. He could have filed a police report, but he didn't, obviously. I don't understand how she got away with taking that kid out of the car. Because he said, here's my car keys. The kid's locked in my car. And so, like, that whole scene doesn't make, like, the whole thing doesn't make any sense there. Because later we find out, like, yeah, she was driving her car. She drove her car to a used spot and switched it. How did she get that kid? I don't know. But regardless of that, what was Julian's plan? That is what I want to talk about. Is, like, he steals this kid for her because she's got him under her thumb. She's like, just steal the kid from me, give him to me, and then I will run out of town. And you don't have to ever deal with me again. And he actually does it. Like, he chloroforms Monica, of all people. This frail, old fucking woman. You're gonna chloroform her? Really, dog? Yeah, you've gone too far. But not only did he do that, but, like, he was just gonna hand the kid off, but, like, no. Did he decide after he chloroformed Monica that he was gonna kill Nell, or did he know all along? Would he have shot her and then, like, grabbed Riley and put the kid in her car? Like, taken her car keys and then said, like, I stopped her. It looks like she was at the pier, like, waiting for somebody, and I shot her and stopped her. Look, the kid's in her car. Is that maybe what he was planning to do? But, like, that doesn't make sense because he packed a bag. So I think he was planning to kill her and then pack a bag. So I don't know. Was he just going to leave the kid in the car? I'm so conflicted about how the fuck Julian thought that his plan was going to go down. And I need them to, like clear this up for me. Whatever is going on in his head, he needs to talk to Ava about it. Yo, dude, what's going on in General Hospital is wild right now, Kyle. How are you? Hey, I hope you're hunkered down because there's a hurricane coming for you. 2, just 1. But anyway, yeah. Taggart just showed up and decided Taggart just showed up and decided to like bum rush Julian when he was about to kill Nell, which, thanks, asshole. You just thought you were gonna save the day, but like, come on, were you not listening when you decided to bum rush the guy holding a gun to the woman? You were just like, oh, there's a guy holding a gun to a woman, I have to bum rush him. But you weren't listening when he was like, no, you have to be stopped, you psycho bitch, or whatever he said. Like, why did he stop this from I'm so upset that he stopped this from happening. I'm not happy with this Taggart thing, but I looked up Gia because I wanted to, for some reason, look up Gia. I couldn't remember. I think he said she was doing good, that she's a lawyer, back in the day when somebody had asked about her. So I wanted to look that up because I thought she had died. But God, that would be so cool if they brought Gia back. That would be fun to have another lawyer in town. Maybe she could represent Alexis to get her license back. Anyway, yeah, Taggart showing up was random. I did not like that. Brando seeing Sonny threaten Julian, and he was like, I will be your judge and jury and executioner. Brando was like, what did I sign up for? It was not, I don't think he signed up, he knows what he signed up for, or he knew, but it just shook him because he finally heard it. Like, he was like, I'll be your backup, because I know that like Jason's in the hospital, so if you need backup, I'll be your backup. And he breaks into Julian's house. He's like, look, I took his bag, I'm your backup. And then Sonny's over here like, I will be your judge and executioner. And Brando's face goes like, oh no, this backup thing is not a good idea. I don't think, for the record, I don't actually think Brando did anything to Jason Feig. I don't know what's going on with Brando's storyline, like, at all, but I don't think he's a bad guy. And if he is, well then fuck me, right? Because like, I guess it was right there in front of my face. Portia is in charge. She's the director of internal medicine, right? Or the chief of internal medicine. So the fact that she's like there as the ER doctor for who's like stitching Brooklyn's neck up, that's kind of crazy. Not sure if that's right, but maybe she's the on-call ER doctor. Yeah, today was wild as far as like just staring at the actors and looking, and they've been back obviously for a couple weeks. But I have been watching the show. I think it was just stunning today to see how they all looked post-COVID. It was just more apparent and obvious to me, and I thought, all of these men, all of them, fucking all of them. Anyway, yeah, that's all the notes I wrote down. I caught a glimpse of the previews for tomorrow, but I didn't hear them. It was pretty quick. So we will see how that goes tomorrow. Yeah, thanks for coming back. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to say? No. Stay safe, everybody. I'm in a different location than I was before. I keep doing these videos in different locations, so this is my new apartment. That's what I forgot to say earlier. Port Charles Public Radio. Yeah, I forgot to tell you I was located. That's okay. Whatever. I'm gonna do my research and like watch one of my old videos later before I do this again tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Peace to the planet. Bye. Yeah.